Alright, so tonight is swim night. We're kind of going through this each stage of the training of the week. And swim night is usually about 45 minutes. We start building a foundation and we work up from there. We start off first 100 meters, probably minute 20, and then just work our way up, you know, to get that pace going and that just build that foundation that I've been talking about, brick by brick. So tonight will probably be about 45 minutes. So let's go get the swim on. We're at the YMCA. Woo-hoo. Man, so I was thinking back, I don't know, 2007, 2008, a lot happened. 2007, grandma died. 2008, I started running. Real quick story. My son was pretty young at the time, and I couldn't catch him. I was over like, I don't know, 200 pounds, something like that. And he ran out of the door across the yard, and I went about 20 feet running. I had to catch my breath, and I'm like, no more. I'm over this. So I decided to start running and doing Instagram posts and doing YouTube videos, and here we are 13, 14 years later, still getting it. So I was really thinking tonight about that as I was running. I like to, you know, listen to music, think a little bit. You know, I'm kind of all over the place. But the main thing was foundation. I was thinking about the foundation. In 08, when I started running, I had this personal trainer, JC, shout out to JC, because he'll probably be watching this later. He'll tell you, I couldn't run from a stinking light pole. I couldn't run from that walk sign there to that light pole without being out of breath. And I know that he was frustrated with me. I know that he was frustrated because you don't just start running, you know, 7-minute, 8-minute pace. You got to start out walking, you know, every mile about 15 minutes, you know, at a fast pace. So I would say foundation is everything. So for me, it was starting small and working my way up to that 7-minute pace, because it's building brick by brick. That's the goal here, is building, building, building. So that's the run for the night. It was about an 8-minute tune-up, 8-minute pace tune-up for 3 miles. So what's that? 8 and 3. So that's what, 24 minutes for 3 miles. Pretty fantastic. I loved it. Sweated a lot, even though it's 70 degrees. So tomorrow's a swim. Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. We're at work, as you can see, at Nissan. So on the way in, I was really, I got this passion about, brick foundation and, building a foundation and what it takes. And I was thinking to myself, I started out cleaning cars, and now I'm at, up here, helping customers, dealing with customers on the service side of things. And it's like I didn't start where I was at today. I had to start and work on that foundation, and then work my way up to where I'm at today. So it's a good thing. You got to start at the bottom and work your way up. Happy Thursday. All right, so good evening. Tonight is swim night, and it's Thursday, of course. I'm sitting out in the YMCA parking lot. I just got done. About a 2:10 pace, did about 2,100 meters, roughly in about 45 minutes. So really pleased with the pace tonight. Of course, when you're swimming, you get to really get lost in your thoughts. And one thing that kept coming back to me was brick and mortar, brick and mortar, brick and mortar. So with brick and mortar, I would use the analogy, you wouldn't build a house without laying the foundation and laying the plumbing. You wouldn't show up, build a house, give the keys to the owner, and they're like, where's the plumbing? Where's the faucet? Where's the pipe for the toilet? Where's this? Where's that? No, you wouldn't give a customer a house like that if you build it. You would do the footers, do the plumbing, pour the foundation, and then framing and roof and so on and so forth. All that goes. So with swimming, the way I was kind of analyzing things with brick and mortar was, I can remember when I first started swimming about 3 years ago, when I was 40, is when I started, doing Ironmans. Doing Ironmans for 3 years now. So when I was 40, I started at the Y. I remember it was like yesterday. I think it was like January, February, because it was kind of cold. And I could only swim 25 meters and then be out of breath. It was ridiculous. And now, 3 years later, I still beat myself up. I feel like I could, do a 140, 150, for 100. But it just seems like everything's flowing. I'm getting better. It's small increases, which I'll take the small increases over just show up and do a 130, for a swimming set, for whatever it may be, 30, 45 minutes, whatever that calculates to. But no, I'm starting small, and I'm making increases, making deposits, as they say. So that's all. So I want to share that with you. Hopefully that helps somebody. So let's get something to eat. It's late. weight class, and you're doing weightlifting at school, man, you can lift 250, 300 pounds on a weight bar, get married, have kids, and you can't lift anything. It's like, where'd all that strength go from? You get overweight, you get uncomfortable, and then you hit 30 and you're like, I gotta change something up. Then you start going to the gym again, and you start working out, and everything just starts, coming together like a puzzle. So, I feel like with that, brick foundation is starting out good, slacking off, and then getting good again. So, that's the main thing. This is gym night. Let me get this thing going. This is my favorite night of the week. Remember, start small, work your way up. Build that foundation with brick and mortar. That's what it's about. Alright, that was gym night. It's a quick 20 minutes, in and out. Nothing spectacular. Really focused on my core tonight. But I'll tell you, you got to be really careful, because if you're swimming on Saturday like I do sometimes, you're going to be real careful to work your arms light. You don't want to go too heavy, because when you're doing those strokes, you'll be hating yourself for working too hard in the gym. Now, if you want to weight lift or bodybuild or something like that, that's different. But with Ironman and triathlons, you definitely got to make sure you're watching your bodybuilding per se, or weights at the gym, weightlifting, because A, you can hurt yourself, and B, you can overwork your muscles. So when you get ready to work on your cardio, the muscles and the cardio don't mix, because cardio is it's like a marathon, the way you want to look at it. Cardio is for like long distance, long strenuous workouts, whether it be running, biking, or swimming. Weightlifting is, you can break your muscles down in a matter of 20-30 minutes. So weightlifting, to me, in running analogy, is like a sprint. It's like a 5K. You're done in 20-25 minutes, and you're sore, you're tired. But triathlons are like a marathon. You set a pace, you follow that pace, you have your nutrition, and you don't just burn through the workout. You take your time, you enjoy it, you get a lot more out of it than you do in, an hour at the gym where you can't even walk because you worked your legs so hard. You're walking all like funny and stuff. Or you can't lift your arm the next day because you worked it so stinking hard. So that's my analogy. I wanted to share that with you. So it's Friday night and it's raining. Finally, all the cold and nasty weather from Texas and Tennessee got to us, but it's only like 65. It's not bad. 65 degrees. Let's look at the phone and see exactly what it is. It is the old trusty weather app. We are in Lakeland. Oh, I said 60. It's 59. High will be 82, and it's supposed to not be raining now, but as you know it is. Tomorrow will be 66. Tomorrow morning will be 48. Might be a little too cold for a swim, but we'll see how it goes. Supposed to warm up at noon, so we will see. So we're gonna get some dinner. We'll talk to y'all soon. Alright, so we're at the observation deck at Circle B. My GoPro went dead, so I'm recording from my phone. So this is gonna be temporary till I get my my GoPro charged, but this video works really good. If anything, it's in 1080p, so it's probably a lot clearer than the GoPro because it's an iPhone. So, all right, so I was thinking a lot about when I was running. So I flip-flopped. So I did Saturday, which is my long bike ride. I'm gonna do Sunday a long bike ride. Sunday's usually my long run, so Sunday's gonna be my long bike ride. So I flip-flopped them. So you definitely wanna mess with your training. When you're training, you wanna try to flip-flop, keep your body guessing. You know, work different muscle groups at different times. That's what I always say. So, sorry about that. My lips are a little chapped. But, okay, sorry about that. Like I was saying, did a 8-minute pace for 8 miles. And what I kind of did, I did it differently. So, and this is really about building that brick foundation. And what I mean by that is I could have worked out at the gym last night for 20 minutes, got up early this morning, swim, and then rode my bike afterwards, and then even done a brick. But the way I did it is I tricked my body. So I told my body, hey, I'm gonna do that, and then I slept in. So my body's like, hey, what's going on? We should be up. I even felt guilty. You gotta be careful of that. You don't wanna feel guilty because that's what your training wants you to do, is feel guilty about not training. So it was a bonus for me because I rested from 8 o'clock at night until 3 o'clock today. So the way I look at it, I was able to get an 8-minute pace run for 8 miles non-stop, and I feel perfectly fine. I'm not sore, I feel good. So tomorrow I'm gonna ride my bike, but I'm gonna rest from 3 o'clock today. Well, it's 4 o'clock now because I did an hour run. So from 4 o'clock today until probably 2 or 3 o'clock tomorrow, I'm gonna rest and chill. And when I jump on the bike, I'm gonna have a powerful bike ride. So that's, I don't know, that just like blows my mind when you can trick your body like that. So it's just building that foundation brick by brick. That's what I love about training. So tomorrow's gonna be the bike ride. So we're gonna definitely get some Chick-fil-A after this. And you know my favorite, I'll share that with you in a few. Now we're headed to Chick-fil-A.
And after you put the scoop in the cup, you shake it all about. Just make sure you don't get any on your clothes, because little tip, probably can't see, but I drill the hole out. And you shake it all about.
I just had a thought. I'm sitting here opening these to-go silverware. So almost a year ago, when the Corona first started and we didn't know anything about it, we'd get our food from First Watch, where we're sitting at right now, and we would have to get it to go. And when you get food to go, it's to-go silverware. So I just remember this. It took me back about a year ago. And as you can see, now we're back to somewhat normal. You know, masks laying on the table after you sit down. That's normal. That hasn't went away yet. So yeah, it took me back. Our food should be here any minute. We're at First Watch. All right, today is Sunday. Happy Sunday, everybody. Looks like we're doing a, looking at the watch, probably a 70 to 80 mile ride. Didn't really mean to. It kind of happened on accident, but sometimes those things happen. So everything's going pretty good. Traffic's kind of light today. Definitely a plus. So that way when you're riding, you're safe. On the road bike today, as you can see, everything's looking pretty good. The zip wheels that we got here are really, really good. Makes the bike really light. They're 404, so they probably got a, I don't know, 10 or 12 millimeter from the wheel to the tube. So when you get that side wind, it's a little different from riding on the aluminum ones. I'll definitely tell you that. But other than that, everything's going great. I mean, look at this view. This view is just priceless. I mean, I love this right here. Just for miles and miles, just pasture land, railroad tracks, and then from that direction is the road that I came down. So let's get back on the road. All right, she's all done. We wrapped the ride up. Everything's going good. So we're gonna wrap this week's up. It's gonna be, make sure I get this straight. It's gonna be season 2, episode 9, and it's going to be brick foundation. So basically we're gonna be building a brick foundation, and the way we're doing that is, you know, pretty much starting at the bottom and working our way up. So we went through every discipline this week. We started with swimming, then we went with biking, and then we went with running. But we did finish the day up with biking. So don't forget Ironman.Keith on my Instagram. So look me up there. And I want to thank you for watching. And remember, have fun and stay safe. And happy training out there, everybody. Ironman Keith signing off.